This can't be happening, Kevin gasped as he held his cell phone to his ear. An eager voice replied,
It is. You're rich again.
But how? Kevin's banker smiled.
Your investment in Orion Group paid off. You now have more money than your entire family combined. Your grandpa will be so proud of you for making such a smart move with your inheritance.
Kevin clicked his tongue. I don't know about that. Don't you remember how my grandpa kicked me out of the family 2 years ago when I lost everything with this very same investment?
That's the nice thing about stocks. It's a roller coaster. If you stay on long enough, you can rise up even higher than you dropped. Within one day, you can have an insta-empire.
Looking at his lonely mattress on the floor, Kevin whispered, Has this news been made public?
Not yet, but I'm sure that he'll welcome you back with open arms. You're officially the wealthiest man in Chicago.
Kevin smiled. We'll see about that. Also, out of curiosity, just how much money do I have? Just then, Kevin was interrupted by a cold voice screaming at him from down the hall. Kevin, where are you? You said that you would help me. I'll be right there, Kevin replied. Looking at his cell phone, Kevin dropped his voice. I have to go, but thank you for calling me with this great news. Just one last thing. Can you do me a favor?
Of course, anything.
Please don't tell anyone. I want to keep this a secret for now.
Understood.
With a confident grin, Kevin hung up the phone and adjusted his clothing as he walked down the hallway to the kitchen. Standing in front of the sink, Kevin saw his mother-in-law, Dorothy, washing her hands with a nasty look on her face. Hearing Kevin, Dorothy turned around. So glad that you could finally make it. These dishes aren't going to wash themselves. Kevin forced a smile. Sorry. I spilled on my shirt while I was doing the dishes earlier, so I quickly went to the room to change. I fully intended to come back and finish them. Dorothy sarcastically replied, Oh, whoa, thank you. That would be so very helpful. I mean, you've only been staying as a guest in our home for the past 2 years, but really, doing the dishes more than makes up for that. Kevin bit his tongue as he thought to himself, I pay rent to live here, plus I do a lot more than the dishes. I've become my mother-in-law's very own handyman. I mean, I have literally renovated their entire house these past few years. But I could never tell them the truth because it would upset Lily and I'm already on thin ice with her. The last thing that our relationship needs is for her parents to hate me even more than they already do. Silencing his thoughts, Kevin turned to his mother-in-law. Yes, of course. You've been so generous to me and Lily. The very least I can do is the dishes. I'll finish them right now. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do. You could make some money. You know, our Lily could have married anyone, but for whatever reason, she chose you. Remembering his recent phone call, Kevin nodded. I am going to work to prove my love for her. I promise you, one day, I will be worthy of Lily. Dorothy dried her hands and cackled. I highly doubt that. The only reason why we haven't pushed Lily to divorce you is because she was stupid enough not to get a prenup. She is the chairman of a huge corporation. I don't want you taking half of her money. Kevin paused. I would never do that. Dorothy, I love your daughter. I know that it may not seem like it to you now, but I promise you that I'm going to do right by her. Dorothy's face softened. My husband would kill me for saying this, but I really hope that you do. Thank you. Kevin nodded as he stepped around Dorothy and went to the sink. With a smile, Kevin picked up a dirty plate and continued. Now, I've got some dishes to wash. 15 minutes later, Kevin started the dishwasher and looked at his watch. It's after 5. Lily should be home by now. Walking down the hallway, Kevin heard the sound of the TV coming from the living room. Taking a deep breath, Kevin adjusted his shirt and entered the living room. Welcome home, babe. Kevin grinned at his wife, Lily. Sitting on the couch in front of him, Lily lifted her hand and politely waved. Staring at Lily's bright eyes and luscious lips, Kevin thought to himself, I still get butterflies every time that I look at her. Lily's beauty is undeniable, but that's not why I love her. She is the most driven woman I have ever met. I mean, in the past few years alone, Lily has worked her way up from assistant to chairman at her company in record time. She's incredible. Hey, Kevin. A woman who could only be described as basic chimed. Kevin nodded to his wife's best friend. Hi, Rachel. It's good to see you. Sitting next to Lily on the couch, Rachel smirked. Nice shirt. Looking down, Kevin noticed that he had spilled on his shirt again. Feeling his cheeks blush, Kevin replied, I was doing the dishes. That's so cute. At my house, we just pay someone to do that for us. Rachel cattily responded. Lily turned to Rachel. Well, not everyone can be born into wealth like you were. Some of us have to work for it. Looking at Kevin, Lily continued, and some of us have to try even harder. But when the hard work pays off, it will all be worth it. Lily secretly winked at Kevin. Kevin winked back as he thought to himself, I feel so guilty about hiding my past from her. Maybe she would understand if I just explained it to her, but at this point, it might be too late. I mean, we've been married for years now, and Lily still has no idea that I was born into one of the wealthiest families in Chicago. I hid it from her because I didn't want her to marry me because of my money. But then, as luck would have it, I literally lost everything the day that we got engaged. Closing his eyes, Kevin took a deep breath as he remembered. I'll never forget that day. I called my grandpa to tell him the good news, but he interrupted me and instead scolded me for investing my entire trust fund into Orion Corporation stocks, which unexpectedly dropped. I will never forget how my grandpa told me, I'm kicking you out of the family. It's for your own good. You need to learn the value of money. And now, years later, that Orion investment has generated more money than my entire family could ever dream of. I'm the richest man in Chicago. But how do I tell my wife the truth? She still thinks that I'm just some unemployed schmuck. I need to show her that she can trust me before I reveal my secret. Lily stood up from the couch and came over and softly kissed Kevin on the cheek. Kevin, no offense, but Rachel's right. You look like a complete mess right now. Maybe you should go freshen up. Turning back to look at Rachel sitting on the couch, Lily continued, especially since we have a guest over. Kevin nodded. Of course, I'll go change right now. After changing his shirt for the second time that night, Kevin walked towards the living room, but stopped when he heard Rachel whispering to Lily. I don't know how you do it. Why do you stay with him? After a long pause, Lily whispered back. He wasn't always like this. When we first met, he was charming, confident. I don't know what happened to him, but I keep thinking that if I stay with him long enough, maybe he'll find himself again, because I really love the man who he used to be. Do you love him now? Lily bit her bottom lip. I don't know. I'd be lying if I didn't admit that sometimes I just feel like a caretaker in our relationship. He's so closed off these days. It feels like the romance is completely gone. And I know that if I were to ever talk to him about it directly, I would lose him even more. I love him, but I don't know if I'm in love with him anymore. Rachel nodded. You could have any man. You're stunning, kind, and killing it at your job. Have you thought about getting a divorce? You shouldn't stay with someone because you pity them. I don't pity him. I just wish that he could be the man who he used to be. Honestly, I don't want to talk about this right now. I spend my entire day putting out fires at work. The last thing in the world that I want to do is put them out at home. Rachel paused. Of course, that makes sense. But what's going on at work? You seem more stressed than usual. Lily sighed. My company received a new contract last month and there was an error in the calculation of the data. Our products did not meet the requirements, so we need to compensate them with $7 million. My company's funds are not going to be able to turn around, which means that I need to get at least $4 million of investment in a week. Otherwise, my company will most likely go bankrupt. I can't do that to my employees. Rachel's eyes widened. How are you supposed to find someone willing to invest $4 million in less than a week? Just then, Lily turned around and saw Kevin standing in the hallway. With a tear falling down her soft cheek, Lily whispered, "Kevin, I'm sorry to say this, but Rachel and I need some privacy. Can you please give me some space?" Feeling distraught over his wife's pain, Kevin slowly nodded. "Of course. I'll go back to the bedroom. It was good to see you, Rachel." Rushing back to his room, Kevin promised himself, "I have to help her. I will prove to Lily that I am the man who she married, not the shell of a human being who I've been these past 2 years. I'm going to create my own empire." Taking out his cell phone, Kevin gasped when he saw that he had over 10 missed calls from his grandfather's estate. Looking at the screen, Kevin asked himself, "Why did my grandpa call me so many times? He hasn't called me in over 2 years. The last time we spoke, he kicked me out of the family. I wonder if he knows about the money." Kevin saw his grandpa's name flash on his screen. Taking a deep breath, he read the message. "Kevin, I was wrong about you. Your family needs you. I know all about your recent success with Orion Corporation, and we need that money in order to save the family line. If you don't help us, the Williams family will collapse completely." Kevin looked at the message in a daze. Just 2 years ago, his family had kicked him out because of his investment in Orion Corporation. They had left him with nothing, just days before his wedding. And now, because of the same investment, his grandpa was asking him to help the Williams family. "This feels like a sick joke," Kevin sighed. As he was thinking, his phone vibrated again with a message from the same number. "Kevin, we've lost everything. After a few bad investments, we're going bankrupt. Please, save us with your new money. If you do, I promise that I will find a way to make it up to you. You will be a member of the Williams family again. Don't you want to be the man who you used to be?" Remembering his wife's desire for him to be his old self, Kevin nodded and texted back, "I'll meet you tomorrow. And Grandpa, we have a lot to discuss." Kevin hurriedly pulled out his wallet and found his black card. It had been over 2 years since he had last touched his black card. To this day, his wife Lily still didn't even know that it existed, just like she didn't know a lot of other things about his past. "I've got this," Kevin said as he turned the black card around and dialed the VIP number on the back. A sweet, supportive voice answered. "Hello, Mr. Williams. Welcome to the Black Card Private VIP customer service. May I ask if you need any help?" "Hello. I'd like to check the balance of my account." Kevin seemed very excited. His voice could not help but be a little louder than usual. "Of course. Just one moment, please." The customer service was quiet for a while. Then Kevin heard the soft voice again. "Hello, Mr. Williams? Are you still there?" "I am. Would you, please be able to check my bank balance?" "Mr. Williams, I apologize, but the balance on your black card is unfortunately too big for me to handle over the phone. It appears that the digits are higher than our computer is able to process. In order to get your exact account balance, we would need you to come in person and meet with someone from our VIP office. Would that work for you?" Kevin coughed. "I'm sorry, did you say that my balance has more numbers than your computer can handle?" "Yes, I didn't know that that was even possible. I've worked this job for over 10 years, and this is the first time that I've ever had this happen." "Mr. Williams, I think it's safe to say that you are the richest man in Chicago." After hanging up the phone, Kevin excitedly mouthed, "Yes." Just then, he heard Rachel cackle from the other side of the door. "Lily, did you hear that? Your husband just called to check the bank balance. So pathetic." Rolling his eyes, Kevin opened the door and ran up to Lily. "I didn't mean to eavesdrop earlier, but I heard you mention that your company urgently needs $4 million or else it will go bankrupt. I can help you solve this problem." Rachel burst into laughter. "You help Lily solve a problem? Ha! Kevin, I think you're crazy. She needs $4 million, not 4 million IOUs. You have been living off your wife for the last 2 years. Don't pretend like you're some big hero now, when in reality you're just offering her empty promises. We all know that there is no way that you would ever be able to give her $4 million. Oh, so you don't believe me, Kevin snapped back. After a long pause, Kevin turned to Rachel and smiled. Remember this moment, because it's going to feel really good for me to tell you, I told you so. Lily shook her head. I don't appreciate you both laughing at the fact that my company is about to go under. This isn't some competition between the two of you. These are people's lives that you're joking about. And it's my responsibility to save them. So Kevin, as much as I would love for you to pay the $4 million, we both know that's impossible since you haven't been able to hold down a permanent job since we got married. And Rachel, I love you, but you're not being helpful right now. I should go to bed. It's going to be a long, painful day tomorrow. I need to get some rest. Without saying goodbye, Lily held back her exhausted tears as she went to the bedroom at the back of the house. Kevin pursed his lips and replied, Okay. Then he really shut up and walked away. That night, Kevin could tell that Lily wanted to be alone, so he slept on the couch hoping to give her space. As he lay on the couch, he couldn't stop thinking about the conversation that he had with his bank. Am I really the richest person in Chicago? If that's true, then I can finally be the man that I was when I first met Lily. She has taken care of me these past few years, and now it's my turn to take care of her. Things are going to be different from this moment forward. I'm going to build her an empire. The following morning, Kevin woke up to the sound of his mother-in-law, Dorothy, scoffing. Of course you fell asleep on the couch. You were probably playing video games all night instead of finishing your chores. I don't know what my daughter sees in you. Kevin quickly got off the couch. No, that's not what happened. I actually slept out here because Lily... Dorothy interrupted. Speaking of Lily, she should be on her way to work now. I'll go check on her. Great. And can you tell her that I need her car to run some errands? So why don't you make yourself useful for once and drive your wife to work? Biting his tongue, Kevin nodded. But I don't have a car. I only have my old motorbike. It'll have to do. What are you waiting for? Go get your wife. Kevin paused. Of course. I'll go get her now. Walking down the hallway, Kevin knocked on his bedroom door. Lily, you up? Lily answered. Yes, I'm running late though. I don't have time to talk. I need to head to work. That's what I wanted to tell you. Your mom is taking your car, so I'm going to drive you to the office. Lily opened the door and Kevin felt his mouth literally drop when he saw her. Standing in a feminine take on a classic pinstripe business suit, Lily looked absolutely stunning. You look beautiful, Kevin gasped. Lily tucked her hair behind her ear. Thank you, but can we continue this conversation in the car? I'm in a hurry. Of course, let's go, Kevin replied. Kevin helped lift Lily onto the back of his motorbike. Lily wrapped her arms around Kevin's waist as he thought to himself, I love this feeling. From this moment forward, I'm going to start steering our relationship. I'm going to be the man who Lily wants me to be, the man that she deserves. Stopping at a red light, Kevin turned around to find Lily biting her bottom lip. With a gentle sigh, Kevin asked, How are you feeling? You look great, but I know you, and you only bite your bottom lip when you're stressed. Lily nodded. You could say that I'm a little stressed. I checked the report this morning and it confirmed my worst nightmare. The company isn't going to get any external investor support, which means that by the end of the week, we're going to officially declare bankruptcy. This morning, the major shareholders are holding a shareholders meeting. As the company's chairman, I have to be there. And to be honest, I just feel so terrible about all of the employees that are going to lose their jobs. It's all my fault. You weren't the one who made the mistake which caused this, Kevin replied. Yes, but I'm the chairman, and as a boss, it is my job to hold myself accountable for everything that happens with the company. Lily stopped herself. The light turned green. Would you mind gunning it? I'm already so late. Kevin nodded and sped forward. Minutes later, they arrived at the company's entrance at a record time. Lily smiled as she let go of Kevin's waist. I can't believe how fast you got me here. Maybe I should have let you drive me to work months ago. Just as Kevin was about to respond, he was interrupted by the sound of a car parking next to them. Door opened and a tall man in a tailored suit stepped onto the car. "Hi, Bradley," Lily politely smiled. Ignoring Kevin's presence, Bradley stepped forward and hugged Lily. "Good morning, Lil. It's so good to see you." Bradley Smith then turned to Kevin and laughed. "Lily, did you order the world's happiest Uber or what? If you needed a ride, I could have driven you. That motorbike is pathetic. No offense." Kevin forced a smile. "I'm not her Uber driver. I'm actually her husband." Seeing Bradley's shocked face, Kevin smirked as he reached his hand forward. "I'm Kevin. It's nice to meet you." Reaching his manicured hand towards Kevin's, Bradley replied, "So this is the famous Kevin. I've heard so much about you. You know Rachel, Lily's best friend. Well, she does the best impression of you. It's so nice to put a face to your, name. And Kev, you are exactly what I expected." Lily uncomfortably shook her head. "Bradley, that's out of line." "Of course. I was just messing with him. You can take a joke, can't you, Kevin?" Kevin nodded. "I can when they're funny." Bradley smirked. "Touché. Lily, I'm so glad that I bumped into you this morning. I've heard about everything going on and my heart aches for you. So I brought you a little pick-me-up." Bradley went back to his car, opened the trunk, and took out a stunning rectangular gift box. With a snake-like smile, Bradley handed the box to Lily. "Take a look. Do you like it?" Lily opened the box and gasped. "Oh, my goodness. This is the most beautiful necklace that I've ever seen. Bradley, you shouldn't have. This is much too extravagant of a gift." Bradley smiled. "I knew you would like it." Feeling his chest tighten, Kevin thought to himself, "I am going to help save Lily's company, but first things first, I need to handle Bradley. He's up to no good, and it's my job to stop him." "A beautiful woman deserves a beautiful necklace. Ain't that right, Kevin?" Bradley smirked. Kevin leaned forward and pursed his lips as he saw the necklace that Bradley had gifted his wife, Lily. The entire necklace was inlaid with countless dazzling crystals. Kevin couldn't take his eyes off the big diamond core pendant that weighed at least 3 carats in the center of it. "The Dream Lover necklace," Kevin whispered to himself. "What was that?" Bradley asked. "That's impossible. There's no way that that's real. The Dream Lover necklace was made by the famous French jewelry designer Diane. It was made up of 180 crystals and a 3-carat diamond. There are only 10 versions of the necklace in the world. That has to be a knockoff." "It's not a knockoff. It's a top-of-the-line copy of one. Lily, I remember how much you loved the Dream Lover's necklace, and since it's impossible to buy a real one, I spent $100,000 to have a jeweler create a copy of it for you. And if you give me some more time, I will one day find the real Dream Lover for you." Lily closed the gift box and said with a somewhat regretful expression, "It's normal that you can't buy it. After all, there are only 10 real Dream Lovers in the world. 2 years ago, I heard that in an auction, a Dream Lover was sold at a high price of $2.8 million. So you don't have to worry about finding me the real one. Plus, this is a really good copy. I love it. Thank you." When he heard Lily's words, Bradley's heart stopped as he thought to himself, $2.8 million? My entire net worth was only around $3 million. There is no way that I'll ever be able to buy it for her. With an awkward smile, Bradley replied, "Sounds like this Dream Lover is very popular." Kevin reached forward. "Here, Lily, why don't you let me bring the necklace home for you? After all, I'm your husband. It's the least I can do." "Thank you, Kevin. That would be really helpful." Kevin reached for the necklace, but as soon as his hand grasped it, he felt it accidentally slip through his fingers onto the ground. With a fake shocked look on his face, Bradley gasped, "Kevin, how could you? You threw it on the ground on purpose. That necklace was for Lily. Why would you do that to her?" At that moment, Kevin turned around to see several of Lily's co-workers crowding around them. One woman whispered to the other, "I know. I don't know why she married him. She could do so much better." Lily took a deep breath. "I'm sure that it was an accident. Wasn't it, Kevin?" Feeling his face turn red in anger, Kevin snapped, I'm sorry that it happened. Lily, you deserve the real thing, not just some fake copy of it from a like Bradley. Seeing the employees gossiping to one another, Lily stepped forward and whispered into Kevin's ear. Kevin, please apologize to Bradley. We're at my job, and I have a lot going on today. Even if it was an accident, you need to apologize to Bradley because this is my work. It's important to me. I can't have drama like this happen, especially not this week. Kevin slowly nodded and turned to Bradley. I'm sorry that I dropped the necklace that you got from my wife. Thank you, Lily mouthed to Kevin. Turning to both Kevin and Bradley, Lily continued. I'm already running so late. I have to go. But thank you both. I'll talk to you soon. After Lily got into the elevator, Kevin bent down, picked the necklace up, and tossed it to Bradley. In shock, Bradley reached for the necklace but missed. This time when it fell, a fake diamond popped out onto the ground. Kevin turned around and began walking towards his motorbike as he heard Bradley's angry roar from behind him. Stop! I know you can hear me. I command you to stop! Bradley screamed as he chased Kevin. Bradley continued. This necklace is worth more money than you could ever imagine, and you broke it. How do you expect to fix the damage? Poor Lily, you just won't let her have anything nice, will you? Kevin turned around and looked at Bradley with an expressionless face. 1. Lily is my wife. You'd better stay away from her. Kevin calmly climbed onto his motorbike and continued. 2. It's my job to give gifts to my wife. So tonight I'll give her the real dream lover. She deserves more than a and she deserves it from her husband, not you. After a pause, Kevin looked at Bradley and smirked. 3rd, move. You're blocking the exit. Bradley furiously watched Kevin drive away as he yelled, Nice try. You can't even afford a car. How do you expect to buy the dream lover? You're such a... Bradley gave himself a self-satisfied smile as Kevin drove away. On the top floor of the skyrise, Lily sat behind her desk. Her eyes were filled with anger as she looked out the window and thought to herself, Kevin knew how important today is for me, and yet he still picked a fight with Bradley. I know that Bradley was out of line, but that's just who Bradley is. Besides, Bradley is the best shot that I have to finding an investor. I can't risk upsetting him now. The company depends on it. And now that Kevin offended him, how am I going to get Bradley to get his boss at the Williams Company to invest $4 million into my company to save it? Seeing Kevin's name on her phone, Lily bit her bottom lip and answered, I can't talk right now. Lily, I'm sorry about earlier. I know how stressed you are, and I shouldn't have taken Bradley's bait. It's just that guy gets under my skin. Lily shook her head. That guy is the best chance that I have for saving my company. He directly reports to the Williams family, and I don't know if you know who they are, but they are the richest family in Chicago. They could save my company. Kevin laughed to himself. It still amazes me how after all of these years, Lily still hasn't connected the fact that my last name is the same last name as the Williams Company. She must think that it's just a coincidence. Well, she is right about one thing. Even though the Williams family is secretly bankrupt, there is a Williams family member who is now officially the richest man in Chicago, and I'm going to save her company. I can't tell her the truth just yet, though. I mean, I've lied to her for too long about my true family. I need to pick the right moment to be honest with her, or else I could risk losing her forever. I promise that things are going to be okay. Now I'll let you go because I know you're busy, but I just wanted to say that I love you, Lily. Lily felt her eyes well with tears. I know you do. Hanging up, Kevin declared to himself, I'm going to make Lily love me again. It's not her fault, it's mine. I let myself disappear after the money went away. But I'm going to make things better. I'm finally feeling like myself again, and that means I can finally be the man that Lily deserves. Taking a deep breath, Kevin looked at his phone and pressed the name of the person who had exiled him and left him with nothing only 2 years ago. Hello, Grandpa. Let's not waste any time with fake formalities. I'm calling to let you know that I can help solve the crisis of Williams' family with my money. But in exchange for that, I have 2 conditions. 1, before 6 o'clock tonight, you will give me a Dream Lover necklace. Second, at the downtown family branch, there is a person named Bradley. I want him removed from the building immediately." Still sitting on his motorbike, Kevin hung up the phone with his grandpa and thought to himself, the tables have turned. Now I finally have all the power. This is going to be fun. Just then, Kevin received a text message from his wife, Lily. Kevin took a deep breath and read, "I'm sorry about our call earlier. I wish that things could feel like they used to between us. But I wanted to remind you about my family gathering tonight. Could you please pick up something new to wear? You know how judgmental my family can be. It would mean a lot if you made a good impression since I already have so much pressure from them about my job. Thank you. X's and O's." Kevin smiled as he typed back, "Of course. Anything for you. I promise to make you and your family proud tonight. I love you." Taking off his helmet, Kevin got off his motorbike and looked straight ahead at the luxury neighborhood in front of him. What Lily didn't know was that Kevin had just arrived at the Golden Domain, also known as the most luxurious neighborhood in Chicago. Minutes later, Kevin was sitting on a familiar couch in his grandfather's foyer. Standing on the opposite side of the room, Kevin's uncle Thomas took a deep breath.
"Your grandfather couldn't be here, so he sent me in his place."
Kevin stayed sitting on the couch as his father's brother stepped forward and gave him an awkward hug.
"It's good to see you, nephew. You look very different than you did the last time we spoke. If anything, I would say that you look like you've been enjoying your freedom. This sabbatical has done wonders for you," Uncle Thomas continued.
Kevin rolled his eyes. "Are we calling me being kicked out of the family a sabbatical now?"
"Kevin, I want you to know that I never meant for that to happen. It was just an unfortunate—"
Kevin interrupted. "I'm not here to argue about the past, so let's just get straight to the point. How much money does the Williams family need?" Always used to being in charge, Uncle Thomas pursed his lips and answered.
"Actually, it's not a lot of money."
Kevin raised his eyebrows. "How much is not a lot of money?"
$8 billion.
Kevin laughed. $8 billion isn't a lot of money? You kicked me out of the family for investing a lot less than that. Uncle Thomas paused.
"Well, we were wrong. It turns out that your bad investment is the only thing that could save our family dynasty. So what do you say? Can we borrow $8 billion?
Kevin stood up and replied, "Uncle, I suddenly remembered that I have something very important to do. Don't worry, I'll see myself out." Uncle Thomas quickly stopped him.
"If you don't give us the $8 billion, the Williams family legacy will be destroyed. Kevin, please, I'm begging you. You're the only person who can save the family empire. I have already asked my men to complete the 2 requests that you mentioned. Please, you can't leave now. I'll do anything."
Kevin calmly replied to the man who he had once feared. "Uncle, it's not that I don't want to help the Williams family get through this crisis, but if I'm being honest, I don't think that I have $8 billion to give you."
"Kevin, are you seriously going to play dumb? Have you not checked the value of your stocks? Your grandfather and I know that the 20% of the shares you invested in the Orion Group is worth at least $9.3 billion now, and the value is going up as we speak."
Uncle Thomas paused for a moment, then softened his tone.
"Kevin, you must have a conscience. You can't forget that you are also a member of the Williams family. This is your legacy that I'm trying to protect."
Kevin felt his heart race as he thought to himself, "I have over $9 billion. Just this morning I had less than $50 in my savings. This is a dream come true. I can finally build my own empire." After a long silence, Kevin coolly replied, "Uncle, you didn't seem to care about my legacy when you kicked me out of the family 2 years ago. Why should I care about it now?" Uncle Thomas was speechless as Kevin continued, "I have a wife now. Did you know that? I had gotten engaged the day that you decided to exile me. I'm a son-in-law to another family. Why should I show loyalty to you over them?" Taking a deep breath, Kevin clenched his fists tightly and finished. "If it wasn't for the fact that you were all going bankrupt, I don't think you would have ever reached out to me again. You left me for dead. Now why should I bring you back to life?" Uncle Thomas was silent for a few seconds, then he said in a deep voice,
"Kevin, I know what we did was wrong. I apologize to you on behalf of the family. We messed up. There's no way that I can sugarcoat this. But I am begging you, your family needs you. The Williams dynasty will fall without your help."
He paused for a moment as if he was making some kind of important decision. Finally, he looked at Kevin with a firm gaze.
"Kevin, if you are willing to help the Williams family, I can let you become the president of the Williams media. All that it would take is 1 day for me to finalize the formalities. Tomorrow you would be able to take over the position. You would have your own company."
Kevin smirked. "Isn't Williams Media your wife's company? You're always so quick to give away other people's things to benefit yourself, aren't you?"
"She would gladly offer it to you to save the family. Williams Media is one of our most profitable and high-profile companies. It's the largest and most successful entertainment company in America. Just think of all the celebs that we've signed. It would all be yours."
Gritting his teeth, Kevin nodded and said, "I accept your conditions. Williams Media will be my first acquisition in my journey to create my own family empire. But I wasn't lying before. I do have to go. I've got somewhere very important to be." Uncle Thomas paused.
"So do we have a—"
Kevin interrupted. "Yes, we have a deal."
"Thank you. I wasn't sure if you would help us after everything that we did to you. I can't express how much this means to the family."
Kevin smiled. "We're family, and I hope that this is a lesson for all of us to remember that family is more important than money."
"I may be 2 years too late, but I have learned that. Thank you, Kevin."
Leaving his family's mansion, Kevin looked at his watch. "Oh no, I'm going to be late for my high school reunion." Hopping on his motorbike, Kevin began driving as he thought to himself, "This will be the first time that I've seen everyone since we graduated. It's been years. I'm excited to go to the reunion and show them the man that I've become." Driving back home to change, Kevin smiled. "My luck is changing. I can feel it. By the end of today, I will have earned my family's respect, my old classmates' envy, my in-laws' approval, and most importantly, my wife's love." On the other side of town, Lily walked down the hallway at her office and heard her coworkers giggling. Entering the break room, Lily saw a few of her coworkers staring at their phones and cackling. Through the gap between them, Lily saw the video that they were watching. It was Kevin driving away on his old motorbike with the shattered light in the back. One of Lily's coworkers smirked. "That's so embarrassing. How is our chairwoman married to a man who rides a broken-down motorbike? It looks like something you would find in the dump."
"I know. He's such a It's a miracle that they haven't divorced yet."
A catty girl took a sip of water and interrupted. "You'll never guess what I heard him say earlier. He swore that he was going to buy the Dream Lover necklace for the chairman."
"He wants to buy the Dream Lover? I'm going to die of laughter. We've seen what he drives. How in the world would he ever be able to afford something as rare and luxurious as the Dream Lover necklace? He isn't just broke, he's delusional."
"That's too funny. He's such an idiot." The co-workers all burst into laughter until one of them turned, saw Lily, and gasped. "Chairman, so sorry. We didn't know you were here." Lily paused and calmly replied, "It seems like there are a lot of things that you don't know. Maybe you should be more careful the next time you call someone an idiot." "Chairman, I'm sorry. We will return to our desks immediately," Lily's coworker apologized. Feeling overwhelmed, Lily quickly returned to her office and closed the door. Sitting down at her desk, Lily started sobbing as she thought to herself, "I know that Kevin isn't an idiot. I just wish that he would remember that. Then maybe he and I could give our relationship another go. I haven't given up on him. Yet." When Kevin returned home, he opened the door and found his mother-in-law, Dorothy, sitting in the living room watching TV. When she heard him enter, she opened her mouth and called him, "Kevin, come here. I need to ask you something." Kevin nodded and quickly sat on the sofa next to Dorothy. "Kevin, you and Lily have been married for over 2 years now and still no grandchildren. Does your family have any genetic history or issues with fertility?" No. My parents are very healthy, and I've never heard of any genetic diseases in our family," Kevin nervously replied. Dorothy raised the corner of her eyes and crossed her arms to look at Kevin. "Really? You know, it's weird that I don't know that much about your parents. Maybe we should schedule a doctor's appointment for you and your parents to get tested. That way we can see if there are any bad genes on your side." "There's no need. I have always been in good health. I don't want to waste any money," Kevin awkwardly responded. "Why are you being so defensive? All that I'm asking is for your parents to get a checkup. Honestly, Kevin, it's for their own good. I won't take no for an answer. Now I have to go run an errand, but I'll see you tonight at the family get-together." After his mother-in-law left the room, Kevin shook his head and checked his watch. "I need to change ASAP. I'll deal with my mother-in-law's issue later. I have a class reunion to attend." After changing his clothes, Kevin hopped on his motorbike and rode to the fanciest hotel in Chicago, the Rose Hotel. After parking his motorbike outside the lobby, Kevin quickly fixed his wind-swept hair and stepped down onto the pavement.
"Kevin, is that you?"
A handsome man called out from a parked Mercedes-Benz S32. The man stuck his head out of his car window and flashed $1 million smile at Kevin. The moment Kevin saw him, his eyes were filled with surprise. "Tucker, look at you. You haven't aged a day. Something tells me you're still just as popular as you always were." Tucker grinned back. "Let's just say I'm a lucky guy." "Glad to hear. That's a nice car you've got there." Tucker looked at Kevin's motorbike.
"And you're still as eccentric as ever. Did you really ride that here?"
"Yes, it was one of the first things that I bought with my own money. Earning something feels different than being handed it." Tucker paused and shrugged his shoulders.
"Cool story, bro. What do you say? Should we head in and see who's aged beautifully and who's aged poorly?"
As soon as Kevin and Tucker entered the ballroom, everyone turned to greet them.
"Tucker, it's so good to see you,"
a familiar man yelled. Tucker waved back.
"And look who I brought with me. Little Kevin is all grown up."
The man waved to Kevin and then whispered to another student. "Kevin was always a bit of an outsider back in high school, but now he's hanging out with someone as cool as Tucker. Maybe there's more to Kevin than meets the eye."
"I think you're right,"
the former classmate replied. Looking around the room, Kevin thought to himself, "Wow, I'm the most underdressed person here. I like being underestimated." With a big smile, Kevin turned to his right. "Hey, Tucker, I'm going to go grab a seat. Let's catch up more later."
"Sure thing, dude,"
Tucker replied. Sitting at an empty table, Kevin was happy to have a little space. It had been a while since he had seen everyone, and it was nice to be able to sit back and take everything in. Kevin gasped when he saw his former classmate, Brittany, enter the room. Wow, she looks stunning. I'm not surprised, though. Brittany was the most popular girl in high school. I figured she would have left Chicago by now. Just as Kevin lifted his hand to wave at Brittany, Tucker quickly jumped in front of him and yelled,
"Hey, Brit, did you forget about me?"
Brittany walked over with an all-knowing smile on her face. "Tucker, you haven't changed one bit." Tucker laughed.
"You say that like it's a bad thing."
Brittany tilted her head to the side and laughed. "We did date on and off throughout high school, so it can't be too bad."
"You're right, Brit. We had some good times back in the day. But look at you now. You look amazing. What are you up to?"
Brittany bit her bottom lip. "Well, I know it's a bit cliche, but I'm about to sign with an agency."
"No shit. You're really doing it."
Brittany's cheeks turned red. "Well, I'm trying to. I haven't signed anything yet, but it's looking good."
"You were always meant for bigger things, Brit. To think, I'll be able to say I knew her when."
Tucker grinned. Suddenly, a group of girls sat down at the table with Kevin. One of the girls turned to the other and whispered, "I heard that Brittany is about to become a superstar. She's too sweet to ever brag about it, but Brittany is going to sign with Williams Media next week." Another girl replied, "No way. Williams Media is the biggest media company in America. If Brittany signs with them, then she'll be famous before we know it." A small mousy girl popped up from her seat. "I'm going to ask Brittany for an autograph." The two other girls nodded. "Good idea. It might be worth something one day." "Hey, Brittany, can we get your autograph?" The three girls harmonized as they stepped in between Brittany and Tucker. Seeing Brittany handle them with grace and humility, Kevin smiled to himself. Good for Brittany. I'm so glad that she's still pursuing her dream. And if she is really signing with Williams Media, then I should get to know her a little better. After all, as of tomorrow, I will be the official owner of Williams Media. This will be a good chance for me to familiarize myself with my clients. Just then, Brittany and Tucker came and sat down at the table with Kevin. Turning to his right, Kevin gasped to himself. Just my luck. Brittany sat down right next to me. Something tells me I'm going to love running Williams Media. I'll finally have a chance to create my own empire. Looking into Brittany's beautiful almond-shaped eyes, Kevin smiled to himself. But first things first, I need to go talk to my newest client.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.